see if I'm coming through on the microphone. Okay. Right. The microphone. Okay. Right. Okay, am I coming through? Yeah. Okay, am I coming through? Yeah, okay. The thing is, what I've been doing is I've been recording some videos, and today I'm a bit late because I've been loading up. Let's turn this off. Right. Hi, Fred. Hey up, me old cock sparrow. How's it going? Irving Lewis, the great Irving Lewis is on. David Garrity. Recognise anything? And Fred Thomas is watching. Right, okay. So yeah, David Garrity. We did a little bit of a deal, and I got this little beauty, which I'm very, very happy with. And tonight, this is the weapon of choice. But yeah, so what I've been doing is been recording some videos, and I've actually put 3, I think, up on YouTube. So if you go to my channel, let's see if I can just do the magic here, and if I click that, I don't know whether, yeah, I should be able to hear me as well. But that's my YouTube channel, GJ Armstrong. And if you go to GJ Armstrong and you click on the playlists, and you then have a look at the videos that I've put on, they might just come up as the latest. But they're on. I've been sorting out, working on refining the YouTube channel, and just to get everything in the right playlist so that people can go there and actually click on what they want to see. And so I've recorded about 45-ish, something like that, videos, and these are Dickie Bow videos. So it's me singing in a Dickie Bow with a tuxedo. So if you go to YouTube and you check out the videos, you'll be surprised. Let's just say that you're going to be surprised. But as I said the other week when I was doing some singing to the backing tracks, I'm a swinger, and so swinging is what I do. And I also do country and western, and I also do blues, and I also do my own stuff. And tonight I'm going to be doing my own stuff. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with this one, and this one is a song all about the ravages of the devil's weed. The devil's weed. And so this one is called Cliche Ride. And it's on my CD. My CD, Songs on the Back Foot. And if you want to buy Songs on the Back Foot, while I'm messing about here with the, what's it called? It's a 10-track CD. It's £7 of your English pounds, including free postage to anywhere in the world. And it's got 10 tracks on it, and I'll post it to you. All you got to do is just message me, and I'll post it to you. But this one's, I think, track number 1. Roll up to the penny bazaar. You don't have to travel too far. Roll up and roll your mind. can join the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. 'Cause the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Roll up, you hippie cats. The cardboard cockroach rizzler rats. First one's free, no charge on the door. You can pay me when you need some more. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. You know, habits can be formed, even if you're warned, and the need to get high means you play with fire. Roll up in the rain and snow. It's a premium grade, it's a real homegrown. Come on down, there's a circus in town. You can play the fool, 'cause everybody's a clown. The grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. I said the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. You know, habits can be formed, even if you're warm, and the need to get high means you play with fire. Roll up, I just don't care. 'Cause sometimes life just ain't fair. Just can't seem to get out of bed. I sometimes feel I'd be better off dead. No, the grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. No, that grass ain't greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. Well, no more roll-ups and no more drink. I've had 40 years of time to think. 25 years is just a blur. But I decided that I deserve much more. You know, the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. I said the grass is greener on the other side, on the rock and roll bullshit cliche ride. You know that habits can be formed, even if you're warned, and the need to get high means you play with fire. Roll up to the penny bazaar. You don't have to travel too far. Roll up, unroll your mind. You can join the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. The grass is greener on the other side. Grass is greener on the other side. Grass is greener on the other side. No, hey. There you go. Committing one of the cardinal sins of songwriting. Don't preach and don't moan. And all I do in my songs is preach and moan. So there you go. But, yeah. So this next song is a song I wrote all about motorcycles. It's all about motorcycles, and I've had a few motorcycles in my time. And the thing is with motorcycles, I think the attraction of a motorcycle is, it's interesting because the safety is in four wheels, you know, but if you go onto two wheels, then you have a balance between freedom and risk, and that's something that the human psyche seems to be attracted to. I don't know what it is about humans, but we like to take a risk, not too much of a risk, unless you're a nutcase, in which case you do. There's these young kids hanging off buildings and riding stolen bikes up and down with no crash helmet and all that kind of thing. And so it just goes to show that, you know, the Darwin Award is still not been taken. But yeah, motorcycles. It's like a horse. I think there's a lot of what's the word? A connection between motorcycles and horses. You know, you ride the thing, you know, like a horse can bolt, can throw you, and a motorcycle can flip from under you and bolt you and throw you over very easily. I've come off myself. Using my arse as a brake isn't good, but there you go. Anyway, so this one's called The Open Road, and it's all about the frustrations of being stuck in an office and wanting to get out on the open road. Years of being tied down to the boredom of a desk. He felt the strain of sadness and the pressure and duress, but it never gave him what he needs or stopped the hunger he must feed. He's dreaming of the open road tonight. He's living on his motorcycle dreams, and the open road is calling hard tonight. His blanket and his saddlebag are tied down hard and tight, and he's dreaming of the open road tonight. Life can throw a curveball further on up the road. Gasoline and alcohol, it can be a heavy load, but he's longing for the western wind adventures that the road can bring, and he's dreaming of the open road tonight. Yes, he's living on his motorcycle dreams, and the open road is calling hard tonight. His blanket and his saddlebag, they're tied down hard and tight, and he's dreaming of the open road tonight. In denim jeans and leathers, he rides an iron horse, and he can't be backed a bit. He don't need maps or GPS to find a steady course. His dreams will take him far away to where the sun shines every day, dreaming of the open road tonight. Yes, he's living on his motorcycle dreams, and the open road is calling hard tonight. Well, his blanket and his saddlebag are tied down hard and tight, and he's dreaming of the open road tonight. I started laughing and lost all concentration then, because I forgot the one thing I put on was my harmonica. I forgot to bloody play it, so here goes. In denim jeans and leathers, rides an iron horse, and he don't need maps or GPS to find a steady course. His dreams will take him far away to where the sun shines every day. He's dreaming of open road tonight. Yes, he's living on his motorcycle dreams, and the open road is calling hard tonight. His blanket and his saddlebag are tied down hard and tight, and he's dreaming of the open road tonight. He's dreaming of that open road tonight. He's dreaming of the open road tonight. There you go. I suddenly lost all concentration on the lyrics because I forgot to play the bloody harmonica. So, there we go. That was a song all about the open road and about buggering off on it with your motorbike. Or your horse. Obviously, the get up and the music. I'm a keen Americana fan, and the American culture, and there's a very, very good place if you like Americana and American culture and that kind of thing in Hyde. It's called Rust and Relics, and there's a barber shop there. Sam and Jack run the barber shop called El Pedro's, and you want to see the place. It's unbelievable. It's brilliant. I've gigged there when it first opened, and I'll be gigging there hopefully pretty soon in May. Just going to organise some dates and get it finalised. But yeah, if you go down there, it's on Commercial Brow in Hyde, and you walk through the door and it's like, it's just unbelievable. It just blows your mind. They've got so much Americana stuff in there, and you can't miss a place. There's an American truck out there and two American cars, great big cars, big proper American cars, gas guzzlers as they call them. Parked outside, you can't miss it. It's got a bar in there, you can go and have a drink in there. Saturdays, Sundays is very popular. And there's a tattooist in there. I think it's two tattooists in there. And yeah, it's a great place. And if you love Americana and that kind of thing, like I do, then, it's a great place to go. Anyway, so as I was saying, as I digress, the American thing, I've forgotten where I was going to bloody go now with it. Bren Road, I like American stuff. And so, yeah, the thing, that was it, yeah. The thing is with motorcycles and horses and that kind of thing, I like watching Western films. And when you watch the Western films, I like authenticity. I like it to be real. It's okay watching the what would you call it, the sort of surreal type of thing, like this Fallout that's just started on Netflix. I started watching that and it's a bit crackers, but it's okay. But the visual effects and everything are unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, I like watching westerns, and some of the old westerns are brilliant. The old westerns, but they rewrote history. They rewrote the way things really were, because it wasn't the way that it's depicted by Hollywood in the West. A lot of people, couldn't afford a gun, let alone a horse. A horse was, it was quite an expensive thing because you had to feed the bloody thing 5 times a day. Now, this is why a lot of people had mules, because you only have to feed a mule once a day. It'll eat once because it's a cross with a donkey and a horse. And it'll eat once and then it'll just pull the cart all bloody day. But the horse needs to eat 5 times a day. And when you see him galloping across the plains and all that lot, the bleeding thing will be knackered. 2 miles down the road, it needs a nose bag again. And that was the reality of having a horse, but also the cost of them, shoeing them and the saddles and all the rest of it, all cost money. Bullets cost money. So the thing is, if you can imagine, unless you had a penchant for earning money one way or another, well then you probably couldn't afford many bullets. So the gunfights weren't as common as they say, and it also wasn't two fellas like High Noon in the middle of the street, fastest draw. It was more like a bar fight. It was more like a scrap in a pub over here, where, tempers flare, fingers start getting pointed, and then eventually someone belts somebody, or, in that case, someone draws a gun. And that was the reality of it. And the Colt 45 Peacemaker, for example, was only accurate to 10 metres or 30 feet. After that, the bullets would go all over the place. They weren't that accurate. They were mass-produced. And the average person would die in the West, in the Wild West, at the age of 35. So when you see a lot of the people that survived, they had to be really quite wily people. And here's the thing. Wyatt Earp of Tombstone, the film and all that lot, you know that, the history of it. But Wyatt Earp, he actually got paid. This is the thing. He actually got paid to teach a young John Wayne how to cowboy, how to use his gun and how to act and everything. Now, doesn't that open your mind a bit? Because a lot of the depictions of the one street down the middle of the town with all the wooden houses, it wasn't all like that. Out in the West, when it was starting. But on the east side of it, some of them buildings were like already 200 years old, 250 years old, because it was all being developed and built in bricks at the time. But history has been rewritten by Hollywood. But there you go. So that's just a little bit of waffle for you. So the next song I'm going to do is a song all about jobs, or the lack of, because I started work in 1975. And when I started work in 1975, I worked in a mill. I went working in a mill in Ashton-under-Lyne. And all these mills employed people, hundreds of people, thousands of people in some of these mills. They were massive. And they all started to close down. Why? Well, it's progress. That's what I witnessed. I witnessed all these mills, all these people losing their jobs, all these mills closing down and becoming apartment blocks or storage units and that kind of thing, or little industrial centres and that kind of thing. Because what had happened is computing and technology and everything else and automation was really starting to get moving back in the 70s and early 80s. And what they did was they decided that it would be cheaper to manufacture stuff in the Far East and in India and all over the East. So all of the Southeast Asian countries all started to develop factories over there. And and I actually witnessed the looms being taken out and loaded onto trucks to take to the docks to take them away to China, where all your clothing now is made in China. And so if you look at the label, it's either made in China, Malaysia, Turkey, places like that. So that's where they shipped all these looms off. And it was something that people had to get used to, the loss of a job. And so I wrote this one called Jobs No More. Today they close my factory down, let the heart die in my town, men and women out of work, factory floor to office clerk. need to rise on Monday morn, no work to do to earn your corn. All my friends I saw each day sadly haven't much to say. Microchips in Germany to get the chemistry. Try to think of the bloody chorus now. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10. Jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men, there it is. I knew it was in there somewhere. Wagons came with cranes today to load the looms to take away. In leather boots and a welder's cap, they cut the pipework up for scrap. Ships are loaded, ropes released, destination the Far East. We led the world with British made, but now substandard import trade. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10. Jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. Went by, then took 2 years. No jobs had men reduced to tears. No Christmas dinner, Sunday best. Birthday cancelled and the rest. I give you anything you like, but sorry lad, there's no new bike. Money's tight and times are hard. I can't afford a birthday card. Microchip technology, well it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10. Jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. Now my young lad's turned 24. He's never had a job before, and his young son is only 3. He'll have no job just like me. Silicone chip made everything fast. Our way of life left in the past. We thought that this technology would benefit our prodigy. Microchip technology, it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10. Jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. They closed the old job centre down, demolished half of my old town, undermined by the minimum wage, increased the retirement age. All the pubs have hired thugs, it's booming business selling drugs. England's gardens full of weed, now too many mouths to feed. Microchip technology, well it came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10. Jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. We're waiting for the good old days when we all worked in different ways. It's no one's fault, no one's to blame. Inevitable change that came. Now there's a motto that is apt: to survive you must adapt. And I've found a market with a need. I'm growing plants and I'm selling weed. Microchip technology, we came with no apology. Computers do the work of 10. Jobs no more for boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. Boys and men. And it's nothing new, because now what we've got is a different kind of revolution. And it's not the Industrial Revolution. It's not the micro revolution. It's going beyond that now. It's actually the AI revolution. which is both exciting, interesting, and terrifying at the same time, because at least 20% in the next 10 to 15 years, the experts are predicting that at least 20% of the jobs will disappear because AI will simply be able to do it for you. And if you think about it, one of these things, if I can get it out, 1975, I was one of the first pupils to go into the exam with one of them, with a calculator. And this was an exciting thing. This was revolutionizing things like accounting. This was revolutionizing everything in schools. And I remember the teacher, the maths teacher, her name was Mrs. Orley, and she was, shall we say, she didn't like kids. She was one of them teachers. And she didn't like me neither. And I was always the class clown, as they say, always taking a piss. And when I was going in, she said, we stood outside the main hall where we was going to take the CSEs, and she said, it's my unfortunate displeasure to have to inform you children that you are allowed to take a calculator into your maths exam. Of course, what do? Yes! And she said, Armstrong, my office after the thing. So I got a good hiding. But didn't do me any harm, as they say. But yeah, so now we've got AI. And if you think about it, why do you need an accountant? Artificial intelligence is going to do it. Why do you need a solicitor or a conveyancer? Artificial intelligence would do it. You put in the address, you put in the old owner's name, the new owner's name, you press a button and boom, conveyance like that. You want to know about your accounts, you put in, well, they've got them now, haven't they? They've got them now, QuickBooks and all that's on your phone. You just go on your phone and you just put in your QuickBooks, and at the end of the day, it spits it out. And Pete Mooney, Jan Ainslinger, how do you do? And Roseanne Silverton, how do you do? Who else we got? Steve Prickett, a lad from my school. He used to live opposite me, Steve. And if you ever go on Steve's page, he's got brilliant jokes. I don't suppose you call them dad jokes, really. Jason Johnson, how's it going, me old cock sparrow? I believe you're on the rock climbing soon, and don't get your stones trapped, will you? You know, the stones in the rocks. And yeah, so there we go. So yeah. So we're not going to need accountants. We're not going to need, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Suddenly you won't need it. I mean, you know, there's people now using AI all the time. I got a friend of mine, and he actually works with AI, and it's unbelievable. But will they be able to write songs in AI? That's the big thing now, isn't it? A lot of musicians are saying, "Oh, I don't know. They shouldn't do that. They should be kept real." Because imagine you just put in a subject and it spits out a chord progression, and away you go. So, what time are we on? Right, well, 35. We're running over a bit this week. So this song, I'm going to do this one, and then that's going to be it. This last song that I'm going to do is a song all about Facebook. When I first joined Facebook, I didn't realise what it was all about, and I just clicked to make friends because I thought that's what it is, isn't it? It's social media for making friends, meeting people, and that's how it, oh no. I got banned for 14 days for making friends I didn't know. And there's me thinking social media was a social network. But it's not. It's a click, as they say. I've been a friend on Facebook for a while. And the comments and the photos, they make me smile. And it's good to follow trends that people show. Don't try to make a friend that you don't know. I'm not a social stalker on the net. Well, I'm just a friend you ain't already met. And I'd really like to add you as a friend. But Facebook wants to bring this to an end. I always thought that Facebook was a place to know people you don't meet face to face. People you could get to know online. And people you could talk to all the time. I'm not a social stalker on the net. Yes, I'm just a friend you ain't already met. And I'd really like to add you as a friend. But Facebook wants to bring this to an end. There's one thing that you all must understand. It's a lesson that I had to learn firsthand. To know the silly rules when you begin. 'Cause making friends you don't know is a sin. I'm not a social stalker on the net. You see, I'm just a friend you ain't already met. And I'd really like to add you as a friend. But Facebook wants to bring this to an end. I've been banned from making friends for 14 days. And I've had to learn the error of my ways. But if Facebook does not want me as a friend, I'll have to bring my profile to an end. I'm not a social stalker on the net. You see, I'm just a friend you ain't already met. And I'd really like to add you as a friend. 'Cause Facebook wants to bring this to an end. I said that Facebook wants to bring this to an end. Yes, Facebook wants to bring this to an end. There you go, Facebook song. All about me joining Facebook many years ago and not having a clue how it worked. So, thanks for tuning in. Wet the whistle before I go. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, please comment, please subscribe. It helps the algorithms because we're all at the mercy of the algorithms these days. And if you're not on Facebook, go on Facebook, GJ Armstrong, and have a look at these new videos I just put up. And this video will be going on Facebook tomorrow. What I do is I do the Thursday live stream every Thursday, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time on Facebook. And then the following day, the Friday at 8 p.m., I upload it onto Facebook. And so you can catch up on all the other live streams if you want to have a look through. The playlist is almost live from GJ's house. Do you get it? So until next week, don't forget to tune in, same time, same spot on the dial. Until then, adios. Adios. My friends, it's time for me to go. And it's been a blast to see you all. And since we met and we first said hello, but now goodbye. And the memories we made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart. You will always be my kind. Adios. I have to leave to travel to somewhere that I have to be. To a place where rivers flow gently to the sea, the open sea. And the memories we've made tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. I've sang a song or two, and I played this old guitar, and I hope the words I've sang have touched your hearts. One day I will come back and I will sing for you. And the memories with me tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. I said the memories with me tonight will always be recalled in my mind. And my friends, you're always in my heart, and you will always be my kind. Adios, adios, adios. Till next week, adios, people.